you know, there are different levels of not being friends. To what extent are you not friends? Do you get my point? So Femi has said she can be cordial, meaning that she won't check on you, she won't call you.
But if I see you outside,
she'll be friendly. Even that guy, even the cheating. Yeah.
Good enough to have never had cause to meet him outside. But if I meet him outside, my first reaction will be to pretend I don't see him. But like assuming he walks up, I'm like, oh hi, long time, okay, bye. But I won't be like, why are you walking up to me? Okay. It's never that deep, right? But I will not go out and be like, hey, long time, what's that?
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Beyond 30 podcast. Today, as usual, I have with me...
I'm coming.
Come comes. And Dr. O.
Hi, Dr. O. Can you see how Dr. O is looking today? Just like...
Yeah.
Like,
I decided just like Big Madam today.
Hey, Big Madam with the big money.
Confused about your
Yes, so...
sometimes people will be thinking, it's really up to
be thinking I'm Gen Z. I'm not Gen Z.
She's somebody's mother.
Yes, so...
somebody.
People's mother. All right, so today's episode is going to be an exciting one. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I know we're going to enjoy it. And we're going to be talking about friends with your ex, or are you asking for drama? So would you be friends with your ex, or do you think being friends with your ex means you're asking for drama? I don't know how we begin with this topic, honestly.
Is there any reason under the sun that you'll be friends with your ex?
I guess, we've defined ex before, right? This is, ex should mean at the point where you know that, so we're not talking about relationships you did before you started getting serious about marriage, I think. We're talking about relationships that happened when you started being serious about settling down. Okay.
No, I even think there's a difference. It's ex before you were of age. All those exes before age.
That's kind of like what she's trying to say.
Like before age 18, we don't regard them. But after 18, come on.
I mean, okay. There are people that married at 20. There are some people that married people that they were dating at 16.
True. I know some people in my secondary school.
Especially in Nigeria. We're talking about if once you started getting serious about you're not just dating for fun. Yeah. You're now dating for the purpose of settling down.
But do you think those people that were dating at 16?
No. You think when they were dating at 16, they continued. So they now transitioned into that age where they were. So even though when they started, they were not thinking about that, but eventually they started thinking it was that. Like, so if a breakup happened, then that one is definitely an ex at that point in time.
Okay, I take you.
So yes, so we're talking about exes that actually became exes. So
I can't think of any reason under the sun why you are friends with your ex. Not that you are enemies, but you can't be friends.
Yeah. I 100% agree. You cannot be... you can be cordial. If you see each other outside, you say hi, whatever, right? But saying you are friends as by checking on each other every day and talking to each other on the phone all the time, for what? There's a reason why they say ex. Ex is like this. It means you are cancelled.
You have been cancelled. That's what that means. All right. So you guys are definitely on the side of not being friends with exes. Okay, I'm also on that side of not being friends with exes. Yeah.
I'm just done. You don't sound convinced.
Because I think sometimes because I think I'm too friendly sometimes, but I think I'm also too positive. So I'm not trying to validate that you should be friends with your ex in a normal world.
Okay.
Please, it does not make any sense to be friends with your ex.
So, there are different levels of not being friends. To what extent are you not friends? Do you get my point? So Femi has said she can be cordial, meaning that she won't check on you, she won't call you.
But if I
she
see you
meets you
outside,
she'll be friendly.
Yeah.
Even that guy,
Even the
cheating,
good enough to I've never had cause to meet him outside. But if I meet him outside, my first reaction will be to pretend I don't see him. But like assuming he walks up, I'm like, oh hi, long time, okay, bye. But I won't be like, why are you walking up to me?
Okay.
It's never that deep, right? But I will not go out and like, hey, long time, what's that? Do you get? So that's
So, but now we kind of are on the same page. Nobody should be like, especially if you have a lot of history with this person, and the person is, you went from different bases in the relationship. It wasn't just like a random, just a normal like relationship. It was a deep one. You should definitely not be friends with ex. But do you think there's a reason why people stay friends with it? Because I don't know that this is a common opinion. I feel like this is an uncommon one. A lot of people stay friends with their exes.
I do know a lot of people that do stay friends. Yes. So
Why do we think that happens?
some people will say it depends on why they broke up. Some people will say, I mean, if they didn't break up in a bad way, so perhaps, for example, genotype reasons.
Yes.
Although it's still that.
And I know people that stayed friends.
Yes, even
because
after
of
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that one is still a bit dangerous too. Because the only reason you left each other is not because you didn't want each other, but because of circumstance. So there is a chance that if you now meet someone else and it's not working out, you might now fall back to that person. That's why an ex as your friend for me is dangerous.
I think
It is dangerous.
I think
for
for me, generally, so you know what? I think for me, generally, is not even that I think I will fall back. Me. Fall away. Right? But it's a case of you also have to be considerate of your partner. Right? If, like, he wasn't in the relationship with you, he doesn't know what is also going on in your heart. So to give him that respect and clarity of what is going on is you can't be friends. I feel like if you respect your partner, then your brain should tell you that this is a relationship that can't go on. Now, it doesn't mean that you're fighting with the person. It doesn't mean that if the person calls you on phone, you don't pick up. But you just have to make it very clear that we can't be friends.
I think that there's a lot of people that think so, especially I think on the guy's side, they think you shouldn't even pick up the phone if he calls you.
On my own part, they are blocked.
I love it.
They are blocked.
I love
So
it.
not come and mistakenly call me one day and come and give me stress. They are blocked.
So we can't even be cordial. Like that.
Cordial is I meet you on the road, but
guess.
my phone is very sacred. Not just anybody enters my phone. So once you have access to my phone, then you have access to me.
Trouble, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm even nice. Mine, they are not blocked. But if you call me, it just depends on if you call me, sometimes I will pick up the phone just to, or it's not like we'll now stay on the phone and be having a conversation and be gisting. What are we talking about?
So you would still talk to them on the phone if they call you. I think a lot of guys will just, especially on the girl side, is like, we know guys.
Yeah.
Guys are not staying friends just for friends.
Yeah.
So
they're not there just to gist.
They're not there just to gist. They're there waiting for the perfect moment to strike.
Okay, you know what? It also depends. Okay, I think for this thing you said, it also depends. You know, there's some relationships that were born out of the fact that you were good friends.
Yes.
So as much as now that I'm married and I know we cannot continue that relationship, I wouldn't block you.
I think that's
even when they need to be blocked.
No,
that's when they need to be blocked.
So for me,
the moment you people cross from friendship to relationship, you have cancelled that friendship if anything goes wrong.
And at the same time, I feel like blocking, I mean, like...
No, the blocking is not blocking, like you have to block.
Yeah.
I block because I just don't want to deal with the drama of, you are calling me, I have to pick, this one is calling. You don't even have access to call me.
And then you also have to worry about your partner, like you said.
Yeah. So that I'm not sitting down one day, maybe one ex calling my phone and I'm with my husband and natural me will be like, I don't want to speak. And then he might not think I don't want to speak because he's there, not because I actually don't want to pick. So let me not even deal with that drama. So do you get?
That's where the asking for drama. So you have to know, like, if you stay friends with your ex, then you know that it will come.
Yeah, it will come with drama.
Friend is too much of a position. Just, you can call my phone. Like, see, another reason why I'm thinking about it. There's been someone that I had to explain this thing to say, look, I don't, because, okay, so this person challenged me and said, oh, did you forget my birthday?
An ex.
An ex. Challenged me and
Before?
said, "Did
Why are you
forget my
remembering his birthday?"
And I'm like, first of all, I'm married.
Mm-hmm.
Your birthday.
It's not. It's lasting
that
on
is
your
my
head
business anymore. That's your wife's business now.
Yeah.
Right? But I think he was coming from a place that we had been very good friends.
That
even
friendship
before
is
we did it.
gone. The moment you transition, the friendship is gone.
So it takes some people a while for them to
sink in, realize,
to be like, okay, I don't think it's business as usual.
And you don't think that.
I know, right? Because my husband had one ex that was actually expecting to be used as DP when I was already in the picture. I'm like, I don't understand. All in the name of the same friendship. Now you post your friends. Why don't you post me? But you're an ex, so you have disqualified yourself from being posted.
Were you married at that time?
No, we're just dating. But still.
DP. Wow.
No, but seriously,
that
is beyond the entire thing. Yeah. Still hoping for something.
Of course.
That's beyond
of course. So
because like, why would you have that?
Why are you waiting? Like, it was those days of BBM. You know BBM. People always wish people happy birthday and post on the status. Yes, on the birthday.
No,
so,
I'm even sorry. That is like, if someone does it without you asking, that's quite all right.
But you expecting the person to do it,
it's a bit extra.
Some exes, they don't get the point. They really don't get the point. Like, you're now an ex, so there are certain privileges you're no longer entitled to. Like things like me putting you as DPM. Like, you are now an ex. Forget that we were friends before.
If I don't even happy birthday, don't.
Yes. Do you get? Well, someone like that one, of course, if she was expecting to use as DP, then she expecting to remember her birthday. Yeah. So the funny thing, my husband did not even remember. Yes, do you understand? So I'm just like, it's like some exes. First of all, even if you are the best of friends before, the fact that you've crossed to relationship and it didn't work out there, sorry, even those friendship privileges you have them no more. Because there's some exes that they will even still be running back even after they're in other relationships for things like money or things like help or connections and all that thing.
Like you said, maybe they were good friends.
Yeah.
And they have like a long history of like, okay, this person understands my situation.
Yes.
Knows where I'm from. That whole thing.
Yes.
So there might be a weakness. I think the most important thing here is the fact that there's no, like, if you keep that kind of friendship with an ex, whether it's due to money or due to like, oh, we were friends before, blah, 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 it's drama you're asking for.
It's drama.
Because one person might think innocently about it, but the other party
has something.
Definitely is not innocently about it.
There was one story I read online. The man relocated to Canada with his family. Now his ex was already in Canada, but she's a single mom or single woman. I can't remember her name, but she's single. Now she was rich and well settled in Canada, but the guy struggled to find a job, and there was not much his wife could do. Maybe she had all these survival jobs or whatever, but he had been here a year, 2 years, no reasonable job, and he was trying to get a job in his field. Now he and the ex used to talk. So the ex now offered to help him get a job somewhere. And he took up the offer. And that was how, they said talking and do stuff again. Now, the wife did not want him to take up the offer. Like, why would you even have anything to do? But at that point in time, it's like their hands were tied.
Yeah.
So.
And that's because they kept in touch.
What was it tied? What was it tied with?
They have been 2 years. He has been looking for a job now, and he sees an opportunity.
I want to understand. Do you remember that episode?
Money.
Do you remember that episode where I said not every opportunity is a blessing?
Yes, I think
it's true. This is true. But the only reason why they're seeing it as a blessing is because he stayed in touch.
Yes. Let's say she was never in the picture. She wouldn't have been able to even know what's happening to even offer and bring that to the table.
I'm totally with you. You see, in this world, I blame the wife in this situation. You know why?
Why?
I think it also depends on the way a lot of people get married, right? There's some conversations that you need to have with your spouse that is a make or break conversation. That job, there was no, especially it's a very different thing if maybe she's hooking him up with a job that is in a different country from her. They will never get to see each other. First of all, they shouldn't have been talking, but even if something like that came up, Like maybe the job, maybe they were in Nigeria and she's in Canada and whatever, and she helps him. Maybe she says, "Oh, I know someone that can help you."
Yeah.
But it is in a situation where he will now feel a sense of gratitude towards
Exactly.
her.
Indebtedness, like
Is the
he
wife
owes
I
you.
blame?
Yeah.
Because that is a conversation where you put your cards on the table and say, "Away, this job, oh, we are not."
Yes, I know, but it's easier said than done because this guy has been in Canada for 2 whole years with no job. She's the one feeding the family. He'll feel like, oh, you don't want me to have my money to be the man of the house. You know how men can have that ego thing, right? So he's not like, it's an opportunity. It's nothing. She's helping me with a job. There's nothing more to it. She's only helping me get this job. And you're saying I shouldn't take it because you don't want me to talk to my ex. Not many men will answer you.
I try not to be me.
Yeah.
See, I'm not saying he has to answer her. I'm saying
She
that
has to put her
she
foot down.
has to put her foot down and
That-
say, "Look, if you take this job
Yeah.
and anything happens, you cannot now come back and say, 'I'm sorry, I didn't see it coming.' No, because you walked into the fire." Right?
Yeah.
But because a lot of women are so passive in this kind of conversations, they don't like it though. But instead of them to come out and say aggressively, "I don't like it, I don't agree with it, I don't support it," you see them doing hanky-panky, like trying to be malleable. What are you malleable? Okay, now, what does she want to say?
Now that the woman has started to enter.
You now start judging cases that touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I mean, I'm seeing, like, it makes sense to just not stay friends at all.
No need.
Just disconnect. So if you are still doing hanky panky, they're trying to, you know, be nice. Don't be nice. Don't be don't be friendly. Yeah.
I think on the woman's side it's usually easier. I think women are more aligned with this conversation that we're talking about. But what if you realize that your husband is keeping in touch with his exes? Like this family situation, what do you do?
And you end it now, you know.
Yeah.
How do you end it?
You
I
ask your whether it's your, at least hopefully they're not yet a husband. If they're still what do you call
in
it?
a relationship, boyfriend,
They're still
girlfriend.
in a relationship, you tell him, choose. Do you want to be friends? Would you rather be friends with your ex, or would you rather be in a relationship with me? Right?
Okay.
So you, like, there's no, because once you start allowing it in
Then
the
be ready
relationship,
to
be ready to allow it in the marriage, right? So it's like, now that you know that it is not something that is sustainable for the future, because you just never know where the devil is waiting.
Yeah.
Something is waiting for you.
Yeah. And a lot of times some of these men are like, should I say oblivious?
They are not.
Right.
They are
No. Sometimes
think like
they
that. I
are.
used to think
No,
like
because for example, like in this man's case, it's like, yeah, like she's just, you know, saying that she's just, I'm like, no, she's not just saying it. This person, and easy for him to think that because she was married at the time. She wasn't single. She was already married with at least a kid. Do you get? So it's easy for him to say, like, if you're married with a kid, then why are you, do you understand? Like, you've moved on. In his mind, you think she has moved on. Yeah. But I'm like, this one I'm seeing right here, this one has not moved anywhere. Maybe she just married just because. You know, some people just marry, like, opportunity presented, so let me just get married. Not because you truly, genuinely. Because I can't think of, I'm happily married and I'm now looking at my ex that you have not posted me on. Excuse me.
After she was married.
She was married now. Do you get? How am I remembering one ex that didn't post me when I'm married with my husband? I should be more concerned about my husband posting me. Do you understand? So that's why I'm like, no, this person that has time to remember that one, this one has not moved on. So don't even think in your head that this one. So in my own situation, I had to like stamp my foot and I'm like, I'm not comfortable with you talking to this person. And that was how the friendship had to end. I'm not. If you cannot see that this person has not moved on, me, I can see it with my clear eyes.
That's because your husband listened to you.
Yeah.
A lot of men will not. Like, they will not see the point of view. Because it's like, why are you asking me to not be nice? To not respond to this? It's not a big deal, you know. And even some women can be oblivious like that too, and being very stubborn about it. So it does happen. So I guess that's the whole point of this, is that now, you know, there's no innocent friendship.
There's no innocent ex. No innocent ex.
They might even be innocent on the two sides until something will happen.
So you want to really eliminate any room for
temptation or
that's
anything
the whole
like
point,
that.
like eliminating that If not, you're asking for drama. And drama can turn to one thing to another, to another, to another.
Okay, can you be friends with your husband's ex?
I say you cannot be friends with the person. Why would I be friends with the person? I don't understand.
Maybe he cannot be friends. But
were you friends? No. Were you friends with her before she became an ex?
How can you be friends?
How do we know ourselves? That means why am I dating?
That means you dated.
To that episode.
No. Maybe it was a situation where you met her. Right, you found out that she's your husband's ex. Can you be friends?
When I meet her, we already know. I know my husband's exes. I want to believe I know all of them.
So you know, it's a different thing.
Who you like her? How will you like her?
Now you people should. What is going on? Okay, let me explain. Okay. So you know that you might have heard about her. You say, oh, my ex Lola, this, but you don't know this person, so there's no opportunity to like her. And then maybe at an event you ran into her and you really you guys get along. Can you be her friend?
Automatically, that getting along would disappear the moment I find out you're the ex. We're no longer getting along. Sorry.
Interesting. So that is not enmity.
Not enmity, but yeah, definitely not my friend.
So even when she starts texting you to be like, oh, let's hang out for drinks or something.
I'll not respond.
The fact that you know that you do.
Yeah. Then she becomes a suspect. Yes, she becomes a suspect immediately. Nah. Not even going to put myself. I say
because you're giving room for your
yes.
Now
come back in touch somehow.
Friends.
She will now use that excuse to come and visit us at home. No, she's no longer my friend.
I love the way they quote, their minds are going down. So she don't come to visit us at home. Okay?
Yeah.
I definitely think that it's impossible.
What's your ex?
Even for being friends with me, being a friendly person, it's hard. Because it's just in the back of your mind that okay, if I get close to this person, I don't know them that well.
Yeah, exactly.
To just invite them into my home. What if they come?
And then you actually make yourself vulnerable because if he's a very, very nasty person, they can try and do stuff to you to get you out of the way if they still have feelings for your husband. So you don't want to expose yourself and your kids because there's that saying anti this, anti that. Meanwhile, the anti this is beefing them.
Wow. It is so interesting that Femi is the one with the deep. She has thought about it.
I think that's whole thing.
I thought that would have been me, but Femi is like the auntie is even beefing them. Oh
okay, how about this one? So you're not friends with the ex. Well, you before you guys became exes, you guys were all in a group together. What happens when you guys become ex? Who is going to stop being part of the group?
The friend of my enemy.
And even though
the group is both of you are equally friends with. It's just like our circle now. Yeah. God forbid something should happen. Who is going to step out of that group now?
I've already answered the question, but people don't want to hear my
So I try to that. If we're talking to your husband, you will not talk to us again. But we're all friends.
God forbid, it's not even my portion. Yeah. Oh wow. Something interesting happened this morning.
What?
We were having a conversation and Temi was siding my husband. And I told her, you're loyalty.
So no, but this is a conversation now.
Wait. So yes, now we are all laughing and joking. It's a conversation.
Wow. I'm taking a mental note now. Once he has to do with my husband and they agree, I will take him aside. I just keep quiet.
Well, you know what? Because this one was like a fact issue.
Yeah.
For me, it's just fact.
So my point is, yes, while we're all having friends and while we're all having friendly banter and whatever, say your mind, please. That's not what I'm saying. But if there was ever a situation where two of us are fighting, you'll now be talking to him.
Talking to him doesn't mean that we are.
See him and school
we are support. So we should not do as if we don't see him.
Yes.
But we can say hi.
That's cordial. Okay. You see your
but let's say we're standing by the door and the kids are not out.
At that point, you have to choose who is your friend. Is it him?
Oh my God.
This is an interesting thing to discuss. Yeah,
but honestly, how would your friend feel?
It's true.
God forbid it's not me, so the friend.
Yeah.
How would your friend feel if she and her husband are maybe they are maybe they are going through something, and then she will now come and see you people standing in a group with this same husband. And you say you are her friend. No, you are not her friend, you are enemy.
But then what if the husbands are still...
The husbands will, guys, they're loyal to themselves. They will still be talking.
So like, this is
so it's a very awkward scenario. Yeah.
This is complicated.
This is very, very complicated.
Well, comments trying to complicate it for she has told us her style.
No, we all know comments. But if you think about it too, what is our stand on stuff like that? Like if it happened to somebody else.
Because I know it's an awkward situation for you. So if it's like that school pickup scenario, I will not fault you, because what you have done, you not carry your nose up. Like my husband should be the, God forbid this one happen, my husband should be the one come to talk to you, so you should not walk away. Like I'll know that.
No. She says you can be cordial.
You will be greeting.
But
no, you know what happens at the door sometimes where kids take time to come out, so then we all start gisting.
How dare you?
I can't find another person.
I just sit in my car till the kids come out. That would be gangster.
So let's imagine you have a friend that comes and tells you that her husband is beating her. He has beat her, he has injured her. Maybe she there was somebody that had a broken bone and everything. They've taken her to the hospital. She's now in the process of leaving this man.
Then we are fighting.
And in fact, we are more than fighting.
Then we are fighting.
My husband will be fighting. We will all be fighting.
Yes.
But that's the thing. You cannot force your husband to be fighting this guy.
No. He has to join.
No, he will join the fight too.
No,
he will join the fight. We can't force him, but we'll make him.
That means he's taking the side of.
We will make him join the fight.
Do you know why? Because that's bad behavior.
Yes.
Because he's beating her.
Yes.
If he's not beating her and he's just a chronic cheat, constantly.
That one too is bad behavior. It depends on
that one
why.
too is bad behavior.
But do you realize that there are very few relationships that break up just because they are happy? They are too happy, so they decide to break up.
So for me, it depends on what caused the breakup.
Yes.
Was it cheating?
Yes.
Or domestic abuse or emotional abuse?
Yes.
Basically, where the other person is the bad person. We are all taking it. Me and my husband will take a stand on that person.
Yes.
Because I don't even want my husband being associated
with that person. Well, the next thing, he will be trying to influence my husband too. So
when it's about, okay, we're just decided that both of us, we're not going
maybe they will say that irreconcilable differences, they just grew apart. That one, we can't take sides now.
There's no sides there.
We can't take sides for that one.
Sides, so, I mean, I'll hang out with my friend. Hopefully, she's not going to be bitter that my husband is still...
Yeah.
But at that point, I can't tell my husband that he shouldn't be friends with the guy. Why? Because, I mean...
There's no real grounds for that, right? But if there's obvious...
But I'll now hear.
Or he comes to visit the house, I'll not give him food.
No, that's
or gist.
He's a guest in your house. We like to do guests. But then the person will now hear that you were a guest in his house. In fact, you attended the wedding of his new wife.
No. I won't attend the wedding.
And they saw you, they snapped you in a show.
Even if you people did not fight, like for example, the irreconcilable difference, I won't be seen at that wedding.
Yeah. It will probably not go to that wedding. That's it.
Yeah, no, that one is like I took sides. I'm in support. I'll remove myself from the equation. That one I won't attend.
Both of us will this one is for drama's sake. To avoid being in the middle of that whole thing.
No, I wouldn't attend the wedding.
Yeah.
So your husband will attend the wedding by himself?
If he wants,
if he insists on going, I won't be there.
I will probably say let's not go.
But if he insists, I will not be there.
And it's and I won't be able to hold him to if my friend decides that she's going to remarry and he says he's not coming.
That one is another angle too.
Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is so...
It's very tricky.
See, I think, do you know what? For you guys, beyond 30 people, I think that Femi and Temi have been getting some training on set with how you are supposed to treat your friends.
I don't understand.
Right?
Okay, you have been training us, it's true. Because before now, me, I never have known that I was supposed to be loyal to her in a conversation. Now I know.
So I didn't think it was...
Do you guys do your friendships like that?
If you say you are friends, if you are not just, let's just laugh together, let's just...
No, I think I see your point. Like, if we're friends, I wouldn't be... I have to be on your side, right? Like,
I have to be on my... No, I have to be on my side is different from now collect the fight and be fighting with the husband too?
No, we're not fighting. But like, I'll be on, like, if there's anything that is happening that I know will make her feel bad.
Of course, I will not be part of that. The truth is, like, if the scenario you described, like the guy was a cheat and the guy was, best believe, I won't even say hi to you. I'm that friend. I will not say hi to you.
She's very bad behavior.
So meaning that if the guy was beating her, she might say hello.
No, I mean even the beating and the cheats. I will say hi to the person. That one is sworn enemy. Like, and because I've had friends like that before. Like, I was just beefing the husband. Next thing I heard that they now go back together.
So what did you do?
Oh my God.
I was just hoping they did not expose me.
Okay. At least your friend will know that you were really her friend. Right?
But that's the thing. See, I feel like we did an episode on friendship and everything. I think that why a lot of people have trouble being loyal to their friends because they are not really friends. We live in a world where you call everybody your friend, you hang out with a lot of people, but in your heart of hearts, you are just doing it because it's convenience. But the Bible says, show me your friend. No, there's a friend that sticks
closer than a brother.
Yeah. Like, do you know what it means? If the person is your
like
sister,
Jonathan and David.
Like, if the person is, do you know that Jonathan actually spoke for David against his father? Like, if the person is really your friend, the person will feel like your sibling. Like, can your sister say that kind of thing happening to you and then will say, I'm friends with him?
I get it.
So that is friendship. What we have today, I don't know what to call it.
If we definitely have full context into the reason for the divorce and we see that he really did that dirty, best believe I'm not even joking with you. How it's going to be hard for me to say. I might just be
so deeply, like, we don't even have to be so deeply close for that to, like,
once I just see they take me to beef. I don't be like, who's this one? I even be carrying my tongue.
Now let me tell you something that happened. So no names. There was a situation where two people, right? My husband's friend and my friend were in a relationship. But it was a secret relationship. Okay. When the relationship went bad, we didn't even know. We didn't know there was a relationship. We didn't know when the relationship ended. Now, years later, it came out that they had been in a relationship. By that time, this guy was getting married. So my husband's friend. At that point, because I wasn't party to the relationship, I was not party to the breakup, I don't know what happened, right? I felt bad for her, but I couldn't say I wasn't going to that wedding.
Because she didn't officially inform you that
because
they
she
dated.
Never officially informed me that they were dating, right? And I knew that soured their friendship a bit because she called me and she was like, so you are actually going to that wedding? And in my mind, I'm like, you didn't even treat me as your friend, because if I'm really your friend, how would you be dating someone that you know very well is my husband's friend and you hid it from me, right? Now, in this life, right, we forgive each other. But in that kind of situation, would you go for the wedding? Or would you apologize to your friend if she then said, oh, she's bitter about
No, I'm not even sure why she was calling, because you are not aware now. So why was she calling you?
I know, but you know, by this time it had now come out that they had been in a relationship and it went bad.
But you didn't.
But you didn't tell her.
Like,
I mean, she didn't tell you. And when it came out, she still didn't tell you. You just heard around, right?
No, so when
she now eventually told you.
It was because the guy now told everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
But did she ever have a conversation where she confirmed it with you?
When she confirmed it, yes, she confirmed that it was true. Okay. But she never explained to me why she didn't tell me.
And were you guys close?
Yes.
That's very weird behavior.
Right? But would you have attended the wedding?
It's a bit tricky now. It depends on, because...
And you knew before the wedding.
And you were also good friends with the guy.
Yeah. This is my husband's very close friend.
Husband's friend. Who became friends first?
How do you mean?
Is it your husband's... was your husband's friend your friend first, or you knew the girl before before you knew your husband's friend?
Okay, so the girl has been my friend from school.
Okay.
So we've been friends for years.
Okay.
My husband and his friend had been friends for like 15, 20 years by that time. They were childhood friends.
Okay.
Right? So she met him through us.
Okay.
But we weren't aware of the relationship.
Okay. So, and then before the wedding, is it just before the wedding you guys now found out?
Just before the wedding. So the wedding was in February or March. The December prior, something happened where the guy now confessed that they were in a relationship at some point.
Yeah. You just apologize to your friend. You to know. That's it.
It's a tricky situation. Because if she considered you a close friend, why didn't she tell you?
Because you could have gotten upset and said,
yes, now you didn't tell me.
You should have told me.
Yeah.
If you didn't tell me, then how do I know that this friendship was real?
Yeah. And if she had told you, you might have even wondered that this guy is not the kind of guy you should be dating or something. Let's say you had that kind of information. But she didn't tell you for whatever reason. So she didn't expect any...
She shouldn't expect you to be that loyal in that way. Just because we just apologize. Sorry,
what do you guys think?
Do we move on or do we...
But would you stay friends with the person though? After all this drama, you knew that she was really bitter about it, but
the friendship is up to her, right? I mean, I'll still be good and nice, but she may decide that since I went for the wedding, she's not talking to me again.
Yeah, I feel like I'll just be cynical about that stuff. I'll just be like, I don't think this friendship will ever be
normal again. No.
Yeah. Because, what if she never really forgave?
You guys, Timmy is getting some bad behavior from us. That she's now taking.
No, but I'm like that normally. Like when it comes to like friendships and stuff, like if somebody does something that really hurt me and that made me rethink the friendship, I don't think it will ever go back to the way it was.
What happened to forgive and mom?
No, there's forgive, but I don't know that you completely forget. Like for me, it's just I don't know that the trust is it's the same as it's not the same as cheating. But this was just a friendship. So for me, the highest level of trust I can have for you is for you not to do anything that hurt me, right? So once you do something that hurts me, the fact that it's hard for me to say, okay, I'm going to completely forgive and let go and make myself very comfortable with you again to the way it was before.
Are you serious? I think that in if it's not married and I think that with friends there is room for reconciliation. We're all humans, and there are some times that we'll make mistakes.
We'll reconcile, but I will be very careful.
Oh, so if I offend you now, you'll be very careful after I've said, Tammy, I'm so sorry. And I've been buying you stuff.
It depends on what. So for me, it depends on what it is. If the level, so it depends on how often the things, whatever happened, when it happened, how it happened, how many warnings, because it's not yes, so it's not one time. It's not that somebody will do something and immediately I'm cut you off forever. We'll never be friends. It's more of if this person, this is this person consistent behavior, and then maybe one day all of a sudden they feel bad about something that that they now did, which was a combination of several small things that you've been talking about. Right? It's not just it's complex. It doesn't just happen, right? You know what I mean? It doesn't happen in one vacuum. It has to be step by step. I don't see. I'm not Jesus.
So 770.
700.
We're working towards that perfection.
Wow. This is news, guys.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Because the truth of the matter is we are all everybody will be vulnerable to somebody at some point. You want to be careful who you're vulnerable with.
Yeah,
that's simple
sure.
Yeah.
So
let's do cookie jar. Cookie jar time. Okay, I'll go first.
Grown up.
Tell me, I say repent.
Comment style. It's giving me ginger. I used to be very afraid of this cookie jar, guys, but there's nothing here. It's
just paper.
It's just paper. Would you be okay with your partner going on a solo trip with a platonic ex?
We did platonic ex.
Are they even in the same?
On a solo trip? Guys, come on now. No,
it's an easy one. No, but I've actually heard they were not exes. I saw this years ago where a woman said, "Oh, she's going on a trip with a group of friends, but she's going to be sharing room with a particular guy who was married. But they're just sharing, you know, the way a hotel rooms, like two in a room.
Yeah.
She's going to be sharing room with a guy who was married, but there's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
How is there
Why
nothing?
Why you share room? Why can't you share room with another
a female.
guy?
So there were more males than females.
They have to get a room.
They should get a room because that's not
what is that?
gentlemanly.
Gentle. It's not gentlewomanly either.
I know, like what I mean is like, why would they like pair her up with? Is she the only girl?
That's what she's saying. That there was an even number of men and women. So
no, she needs to be.
They need to fix the arrangements. Married man for that matter.
If you are the wife and you hear
trip is cancelled now.
I don't know.
Exactly, unless we are going together.
You are going to be 3 in that
if
room.
If there's any trip that my husband is going, like the fun trip, my husband is going with other men and women, we are all going to. If it's all guys, that's okay. I can, have fun, do your thing. I can also go on my girls' trip. Girls do their trip, guys do their trip. But once there's a woman involved, we are all on that trip.
We're all going for the trip. It becomes a family trip.
Before they start saying stories that touch trip. Work trip.
Yeah.
I can't control that one now.
You can't control it too. Why will your employer want to give you that kind of arrangement?
No, not the arrangement too. I'm talking about the trip.
No, Kome is talking about the sleeping arrangement.
We will give people
that they should share room when the employer is not mad me.
Okay, how about situations where it's a work trip and it's a man and a woman that they've sent them to Switzerland.
Okay, they have their rooms, but they have sent them on work.
But it's only 2 of them on the trip, and they're going to stay.
You can't do much about that because the work trip they have to go. It's just your husband has to have self-control. Yeah, except you are free and there's money, you pay for yourself and you go.
Be like, oh, do you want to go with your
No, some of them don't even offer. But if you guys have money on your own, you can pay for your own ticket and follow.
We're going on a trip, baby.
Well, man, no solo trips, please.
Okay.
Oh, okay, it's my turn.
Yes.
If your best friend is still besties with her ex, do you side eye her or get it? I don't get it. I side eye, bombastic side.
So should I come and tell you? Guess what Tolu said? I will side eye you. Yeah, suspect. What's going on here?
That thing happened in that movie now with the other lady.
I have to go and watch this movie. People are pressing me with this.
What's her name? Temi. Temi's old ex. She's still staying in touch with the guy after she met the guy again. It came after she was already engaged.
And her friends were okay with it.
They were not though. They kept telling her that in fact, that's how she was able to break up that situation with the other 2 that were fighting.
Oh yeah.
She just said her own, and everybody like that's even worse.
Okay, we're spoiling this movie for.
Sorry.
Even though I've not decoded yet, but I'll go and watch the movie.
It's a movie that needs to be seen. But that's just wild.
Yeah. Bombastic side.
If you run into your ex, right, and then obviously this was an ex that you really loved. You guys really loved each other, but like Femi said, it was circumstances. Maybe he moved out of the country, whatever.
Oh, your parents say you couldn't get married because you were from different tribes.
Something like that. If you run into him and he invites you to have drinks, just so you guys can catch up.
As I'm married like this, or as a single person?
That's why I'm married.
Because what are we catching up on, please? If I'm single and jobless and have nothing and he's not in a relationship, I can understand the catching up. But I'm married with kids. What are we catching up for? What's the purpose of the catching up? So that what will happen?
Well, hello, guys.
Eliminate all forms of
That means when it's flee from the devil.
No, like why are we catching up?
Like even the guys the devil
yes
around the corner waiting.
Don't catch up with me, Jerry.
But you know what? I think I might be open to having drinks with this kind of person because
I mean, I get it. We broke up on the
what has happened so far.
God, use that's what social media is meant for. Use this wisely. No.
So are you married?
So what now?
I mean, I think you can.
After I now hear the gist,
I don't know.
then
I'll call it gist. Call
like
it
just in a
drinks.
public place.
Yes.
So like you're just in his
Talk to the
I cannot be seen with you. Like why?
So where do you? Okay, so what if you guys met at a party? What if you guys met? At a
That's
party?
different. I didn't plan to meet with you to catch up. We met at a party.
Okay.
Everybody was there. Yeah, we can have a 5-minute conversation.
There's even a timer.
But what if this person didn't irritate you?
I'm not saying that.
So that's why I said this.
Yes,
like,
yes.
Okay, it was
That's what I'm saying. It was a good person. But you are the moment you enter a relationship and you are now an ex. An ex is an ex for a reason. For me, that's this. You don't want to exist anymore. There is like okay, you were nice.
What? I think part of the reasons why you might be thinking the way you're thinking is because of that cheating thing.
No, forget the cheat. No, that's not why. It's just you are ex now.
No, we get it. Like, so when an ex is an ex, I mean, everybody's hoping it stays that way. Even like at least if the person that is like in this case maybe you or me or whatever, we said, but we're not thinking, oh, we're gonna get back.
Yeah, definitely not thinking of that.
The other person might be thinking what he's thinking.
Yeah,
we don't
that's
know
up
what
to
it is,
them,
right?
Mm-hmm.
But what if I see the person? I'm not gonna be like super. The way you're sounding, you're like.
That's what I'm saying. If I see you somewhere outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't plan to meet you. I just bumped into you. I'll say hi. You didn't know where are you now? Blah, blah, blah. After that, okay, bye. Does that take up to 5 minutes?
No, but what if it goes? What if the gist is?
Which kind? You could know me. What am I just doing? Like,
Okay, you don't like gisting.
like.
That's why it's to catch.
That's why.
No, Temika easily fall for that because Temika, she be there to me. She even know she'd have gisted. But me, is that for you to keep me there gisting?
Yeah. It depends.
Okay, let me ask you a question. So, how about your ex's family members?
Oh no, I can be good with them now. They didn't do anything to me. As long as they're not beefing me. And they didn't do anything to me.
They loved you.
And they didn't do anything to me. We'll be good now. Those ones can even reach out to me. Funny enough.
Wow, their brother and whatever
Yes.
they blocked.
They didn't do anything to me
They can
now.
call you and talk to you and say, how are you?
Like if they have a younger sister.
Battery has died. Yeah.
Or they have a younger sister.
Yeah.
Like,
As long as you're not now telling me stuff about your brother and trying to, our relationship is strictly about us. There's nothing wrong there.
okay. I can see that. Okay, your turn.
I like it. Is staying friends with your ex about emotional closure or is it about your ego?
Ego?
Okay.
There's no ego there.
Is your
Staying friends
question?
with your ex about emotional closure. What is closure, you guys?
I don't get that. I don't get that concept too. What is closure?
No, okay. I get it.
Okay.
So you see, sometimes something like you break up with someone or someone breaks up with you and you are not exactly sure why.
Okay.
No. You can get closure without staying friends. Most when they break up, they love to get closure. I would want to get closure if the person just broke up and I don't know why. Of course, I want to get closure, but that doesn't mean I have to stay friends. Once I get my closure, then why are we still friends? That was why I didn't get not like I don't understand what closure, but why do we have to stay friends for closure?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Should we do one more?
Yeah. Please go.
Let's go. Okay. Is it emotional maturity or just emotional cheating in disguise?
Staying friends with your ex. It now depends on the nature of the friendship. If you are going to report your husband all the time, he's not saying sorry, dear, sorry, my darling. He not send you flowers or biscuits.
I think it's emotional cheating.
Then that's emotional cheating. But no, if it's a cordial, like you guys said, some people will be cordial. How are you? Fine, thank you. Okay, bye. So it depends.
On whose side you're looking at.
No, it depends on the nature of your friendship. After, there's some people that they tell themselves that we are just friends, but that kind of friendship, like that one that we say one girl called her ex that she's having menstrual pain in the middle of the night to come and carry her to hospital. What kind of stupid friendship is that? Do you understand? So it depends on
the guy married.
The guy was dating someone else, not married.
See, plus the guy, the girlfriend, the ex. All of them need therapy.
Is emotional. There's no emotional maturity state. I think it's like we were saying.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would classify it as emotional cheating right away, but it will lead to emotional cheating if not careful.
Yeah.
But then it's also not emotional maturity for sure. Like there's nothing mature.
There's nothing
about
mature
that.
about it.
In fact, it shows that you are immature emotionally.
Yeah, I've seen so many people that
what is emotional maturity? Sorry, I want to know.
I know, good.
No. Like, for example, some people might say that I said I cannot be friends with my ex, I'm being emotionally immature.
No, that means...
Some people might actually interpret that as emotional immaturity. Like, you should be mature enough to be friends with the person, even though you guys are not dating. Some people will actually say that, and some people might be in the comments saying that. But...
No, the maturity is that you can be cordial.
Yeah.
But not friends.
But we don't have to be friends.
I feel like the maturity is if you can actually basically have that short conversation without being emotionally attached. Because
there's some exes you want to slap them.
They must have done something terrible to you.
That is the point. The fact that she can be cordial,
even against all odds.
But then, what if it's the flip side where you guys broke up because of other reasons, not necessarily because he did something bad to you. It just had to happen. But now you have to find a way to grow out of that love for that person to be able to, because some people, they had fire love.
Right.
I think
if they see each other, they're just not mature enough to handle like a...
I think emotional maturity is also being able to consider your spouse in certain scenarios. Where you're so comfortable around an ex and you're not even considering how the spouse will feel.
Good point.
That's also part of it.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I like that one. So being conscious of the other person.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're single, do whatever.
But when a boyfriend or spouse is involved, then you also have to consider them.
So that is emotional maturity.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. All right.
I knew she'd come here. Can you trust someone who says we are better off as friends, but keeps the tight bond? So they are trying to do friends with benefits or what?
Well, no, it doesn't have to be friends with benefits.
What's tight bond? If we're better off as friends and we're keeping tight friendship bonds, then you're staying true to your word. But if you're... Abi, what does this mean? Maybe I'm the one not getting this question.
Time, like, what if this person was like you were really good friends with the person before you started dating, and there's something that maybe you guys even grew up together, grew up in the same compound, same neighborhood, like the whole thing, went to school together. Like, it's just hard for you to disconnect with that person.
Are we
no. What I mean is, so you're not like, I don't know what's the word for it. You're not tied to the person, but you. What was the question again?
So let me just read it.
Because I'm trying to make sure that.
So it says, can you trust someone who says we're better off as friends, but keeps the bond tight?
Yeah, that bond. See, so the only reason why somebody will want to have tight bond with someone that's an ex is probably because they're naive about the whole ex situation. Because, like, think about it. Part of the reason it's not everybody is thinking, oh, because we're tight bonding. Like, just some people are just like, whatever, it's not a big deal, right? So they're just it's just being naive. Like, gotta grow. That's where the maturity comes in. The emotional maturity has to come in for you to be able to say, look, we can't.
Especially those people in the situation where they broke up because of genotype.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, okay, we're better off as friends because we might have kids that have SS, but I still want to have you in my corner, that kind of thing.
You're married, you're just...
Yeah, but if you're married, that's a no. That means you have not truly moved up.
She said, that one you're married, you just don't know you're married.
Oh.
It's hard though, let me tell you. I know some people that...
By the way, even these days, breaking up with genotype is only if you don't have money. If you have money, there are ways around it, right? Yeah. There is something called pre-implantation genetic screening. They can actually screen the different embryos, the ones that don't have SS, and implant the ones that are AS or AA.
That's very good for the screening. Like, this is good information. I wish these people knew that.
Yeah, because some people broke up for unnecessary reasons. You have options, right? You just need money to fulfill those options. So once it depends on where you are doing it. For example, in Nigeria, it can be up to 5 or 6 million naira.
Okay.
Yes, and it also involves IVF, so it's not natural conception, right? So you select it and implant it, via IVF and all that. So it's costly, but it's an option if you really love that person. I feel like that's the only person you can get, but then you guys will save up and have the right kids rather than breaking up, just because.
Some people struggle.
Yeah,
especially if they're like so attracted.
So yeah, you feel like you have tried everyone else, but this is the only person that and it's just a shame that you now break up just because of that. So yeah,
I don't feel sorry for the spouse those kind of people marry because they are never really 100% with them.
Yes, do you get it?
Yeah, because it's almost like they never got closure.
Yes,
like they can't even get closure because the wife's prayer points will now be let my husband never meet his ex.
That's the end. Okay. One more. So and then
audience.
Have you ever felt low-key jealous of how cool your partner is with their ex?
Why are they even cool with their ex? What nonsense low-key jealousy?
You need to ask people that have experienced it.
I think there was a situation where we went to a party. I obviously know the ex by name, but I never met her, of course. And at that party, we were really getting along.
You and the ex?
Me and the ex.
No wonder she gave that scenario.
Yeah, that was why I asked. We're really getting along. And then at some point, he came to me. And so before we even started getting along, like he had introduced me like this is XYZ. But it didn't click. Right? He thought that I would get the memo.
Immediately.
It did not click. So it was later on my sister was at that party. She now came to me. Because me and the girl were vibing, we're dancing, we're really getting along. So my sister came to me, and you know the big sister. She came to me and pulled me aside. She was like, me and the babe were really getting along, we're dancing, we're chatting, we're catching up. We're already talking about how we're going to meet up after the party because we were getting on. And so at that point, my sister came to pull me aside. She said, do you know who that is? I was like, oh yeah, her name is this. She's actually a really cool babe, My sister was looking at me. She was like, are you all right? Are you normal? I was like, what? She was like, that is so. I was like, oh.
But do you think the ex knew? She must have known now because you came with.
She probably, of course, she knew.
Yeah.
We were all taking photos together.
Yeah.
Right.
So you were the only one that was.
I was the only person who was clueless.
Was she married?
Yeah.
No. She was the only person. I was the only person who was clueless. I'm sure even the other friends
were like
would have been thinking. Yeah, they were like.
I guess so. She's probably sizing you up in her head.
Well, probably. Right. But all the other friends, I'm sure in their minds, although we didn't have this conversation, but I'm sure in their minds would have been thinking, what in the name of banana is happening?
Yeah.
I'm not getting. But a lot of them are guys, so maybe they would just be like, men sometimes can be very interesting, right? But if my sister had not been there, I promise you, I'd have taken her number, would have become friends, would have been chatting, and I think that, I don't even know how to explain how I felt after. Like I felt so bad. So I then asked him, I was like, why didn't you pull me aside and tell me? Because obviously you should have known that my brain did not click. It didn't click.
Maybe but thought you all of a sudden you're like, okay, not a big deal.
Anybody who knows me.
I don't know, guys.
No, maybe he thought you were doing the keep your friends close and your enemies closer thing. So maybe that's
like honestly, we cannot explain. Well, I think I brought that story up because sometimes it happens where you run into that person, and you just have to be mindful.
Mindful of what? Sorry, I didn't get that.
Just like you have to be mindful that if that kind of situation happens, because it could happen, you have to be mindful. Like this is something your brain should tell you that.
Is this an ex?
But you didn't know now. You couldn't have been mindful of something you didn't know about.
Oh, she didn't remember.
So by the time I now realized, it would have been very silly to now continue.
Okay.
The vibe just died.
You see, that's exactly what I said. When come here, ask me. The moment I know you are next, even if I liked you before, sorry, that's it.
I actually, like imagine the way we're sitting now, and we're all vibing. I actually changed my chair.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right? But that was the only situation where I felt low-key jealous. Because I felt like, first of all, if my sister hadn't been there, I may have walked into like a situation that nobody needs to be in, right? And also, I was even looking at all the friends because there were some females amongst, and I was just thinking, anyway, that's why I'm always very partial to sisters. Like, sisters are the best thing that can happen to you in this world.
Yeah.
But because I'm looking at the other females who knew
And they
didn't tell me.
And some of them were your friends.
They were not my friends, so they were the friends of, or the wives of the other men.
Okay.
And they probably knew.
Everybody knew. I was the only person who didn't know.
But it depends on your level of closeness with them
the
too.
Other ones, with the other women.
They might not be able to just walk up a year because what if you now know? What after they tell you, I'm like, yeah, I know. What would they?
I was your own.
Yeah, do you get so?
Collect back.
I think if I was in that situation, I don't even need to. Maybe I'm a busybody.
So here's the thing: people like to mind their business unless they feel a certain level of loyalty or friendship with you.
For example, if I was there, I can easily come to you because we have a relationship.
Yes.
Right. So even if you tell me I know, I'll just remove my eyes and
I'll be like,
but somebody that you're not that close to the person, you're not gonna say, this is something. You never know what's really going on behind the scenes. So you can't really blame those women for not talking.
So I see your point, but I'm thinking that if I was at a party like that, and I know for sure that I would try and see if she knows.
But there's no way the way you are vibing, they might even think that you guys are good friends.
I will try and see if she
they don't even know history. Maybe guys, you know what? They might even think that maybe you guys even met before today. You must have seen her somewhere, so you definitely know the face. They won't imagine that you've not seen a picture somewhere or something. So you can't really blame those other women.
No, I'm not blaming them. I'm just saying that in my mind, though, I was taken aback. Like, what?
You're like, thank God my sister was.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway.
All right. Now,
Storyland.
I hope you've been enjoying the time spent with us today, and I hope you learned something. Please keep exes away to avoid a complicated life, okay? Or drama. Now, this question is for you. Actually, I'm gonna be a bit. Didn't even go that deep. This question is for you. If you when I read the question, don't forget when you hear the question, put your comments down. We want to hear what you think. Okay. Can you really stay friends with an ex, or is someone still catching feelings? Well, we all know where we stand here. Yeah. But we want to hear what you guys think, okay? We'll be watching the comment section to hear what you guys think about this. And yeah, it's a wrap for this episode. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.